Hello! Today I'm going to be doing something a little bit different. I'm going to be doing a beginner's guide to Killing Floor, and I am by no means a professional player, but I just think there's some things I've picked up from other people throughout my time playing the game that you might find useful. Some of these tips may be beneath you, or you may think some of these tips are bad, and that is totally cool. Because probably some of them will be, and you know what? Sometimes bad things are good, because they lead to progress. Okay, so first thing I want to talk about is run speed. Run speed is really important in this game for numerous reasons. It could be to get to the trader reasonably fast, or it could be if you're kiting, if you need to get out of a situation quickly. Your run speed is calculated by how much is essentially in your backpack. You can see how many backpack spaces you have when you go to the shop in the bottom left, and as you level up, I think with all classes you get more room in your backpack. So if you have 2 shotguns and dual pistols, you're going to be running a lot slower than if you had a pistol and a katana, say. So that's worth bearing in mind. Also, your run speed's calculated by what you have out presently. So even if you had 2 shotguns and your dual pistols, if you were running with your dual pistols, you'd run quicker than if you had your A12 out. So obviously, you want to be hitting the 1 key to pull out your knife to run quickly. Now, it doesn't matter what perk you think you're going to focus on or you want to play for the game. I'd usually recommend in the first round you choose the sharpshooter perk, purely because you can get headshots in one with this perk, and for other perks you might still get a headshot in one, but the enemy's going to continue to shamble about, and they might just give you a good old smack in the back of the head and feast on your corpse. So sharpshooter is your best bet for first round. There's an exception to this rule. If you have one of your perks that is level 5 or above, go that, because when you get to level 5 you get something for free. For example, if you've got shotgun level 5, you start with a shotgun. So even if you don't plan on being shotgun for the whole game, go it for the first round, get the shotgun, then you can either sell it in round 2 to get money or give it to a teammate. This tip doesn't really apply as much to this video, since it's not really a beginner tip, because if you have a class that's level 5, you're not a beginner. Okay, next point. This is really important in my opinion. If you go a certain class, use the guns designed for that class. Not only are they cheaper in the shops, but they do more damage, and there's so many other benefits to using class-specific guns. Now, again, to every rule there's an exception. I'm just going to mention a couple that spring to mind. If you're demolitions and you're rocking your primary as, say, the 6-barreled grenade launcher, if I was doing that, I'd always choose the lever action rifle, a really good weapon which I'll probably talk about later, as a secondary, because your grenade launcher is great at taking out groups far away, but it's not so great if a Gorefast randomly jumps behind you. What do you do in that situation? Obviously, you'd like to think your teammates are helping you, but they can't be everywhere. And if you're playing solo, I'd say it's pretty vital. The lever action rifle's so cheap, so it doesn't even matter that you're not getting the money bonus. And it's really powerful as well. Get a grenade out there, blow up a ton of them, spin around and kill that one crawler or Gorefast that's chewing your ankles. Another example is the Berserker. If I was being a Berserker, I would choose Katana as my primary, but I'd also choose a lever action as well, just so you can pick off those sirens, because they're such a pain as a Berserker, because as a Berserker you need to get close for the kill, but the sirens mess you up. Also, I'd say for crawlers are the bane of berserkers. Just it's nice to pull out your lever action and pop off a couple of them. An alternative for the berserker to the lever action is possibly the hand cannon, but it doesn't quite have as much range to take off the sirens' heads as the lever action. Next tip is about healing. Please, for the love of God, your teammates will love you forever. Heal them. It's not a hard concept. When you heal yourself using the Q key, the percentage of healing you get is nothing in comparison to what you'd get if a teammate healed you. It's not. I mean, there's certain situations when, yeah, be greedy, self-heal. If you're just about to die and there's no teammates close to you, or it'd put your team in more jeopardy to pull that firepower away from the front line just to heal you, yeah, heal yourself. But by and large, press 5, double click a teammate and they'll do the same to you. Obviously this leads on to a point I'll probably talk about later, is speak to your team. If you need healed, shout, and hopefully if your team are feeling in a good mood, they will come and give you a good jab. But you just get so much more healing if someone else heals you. It's not a hard concept, and I don't know, I really like the team building aspect of Killing Floor, and I just think that fosters it so well. Okay, so leading on from team building, I'm going to move on to money sharing. If you need money, don't just randomly ask for, "Give me money, please." Give an amount. People are much more likely to give you the dollar you need if you have an amount. If you just say, "Give me money," they'll be like, "Well, how much?" But if you say, "Please, I only need 100, please, I only need 200, please, I only need 27, someone's gonna take pity. It's more likely someone's gonna take pity. Okay, from the other point of view, if you have lots of money to spare, ask people if they need it, because the survival of the team is the goal of Killing Floor. The scoreboard's nice to look at, but it's not the be-all and end-all. I don't know, I just feel the euphoria gained from defeating a particularly hard game of Killing Floor outweighs, yay, I got 9 times more kills than everyone else on my team, you know what I mean? Because they just kept dying because they couldn't get good weapons, etc. If you give money to your team, you're essentially buying real life mercs.